a $600 water bill this month when it's usually about $100. Let's call the water company together.
Our customer service department at PUD.
Hi, I need help with my water bill. It's very high.
We ran your meter, and the guy said that it was no leak detected.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a meter test, and it came back that it was accurate.
Yeah, I was out there with the guy, and he showed me, he was like showing me it ran through the thing and everything. And so I believe that, like 1 cubic meter ran through his thing, and then we went and looked at the thing, and it was only 1 cubic meter. But my bill is saying that I used 8,202 cubic feet over September, which is insanely high and way, like, I'm like, it seems a little bit like impossible. So I'm wondering if, and especially since the guy said, he's like, it doesn't seem like you have a leak, like, your meter would be running, things like that. So I guess I'm like, okay, so a couple things. One, people said that maybe it could be a possible thing where it is on like the city side, from like the meter to like the city water.
If we have a leak on our side, okay, it don't go through the meter.
Why is my water and sewer bill always going up? You ever open your water bill and think, there's no way I use this much? You're taking shorter showers, turning the faucet off while brushing your teeth, doing everything right, but the bill keeps climbing. And if you look closer, it's not even the water that's expensive. It's the sewer charges. So what the hell is going on? Let me break it down for you. First of all, water isn't expensive to produce. Water is recycled from rivers, lakes, and reservoirs, treated and pumped into our homes. That part.
San Diego residents, heads up. Your water bills are increasing again by 5.5% starting May 1st, 2025. This follows 2 recent hikes, 8.7% in January and 10.2% last December. Why the rise? The city buys up to 90% of our drinking water, and costs from suppliers have jumped significantly. To maintain reliable service, the city says they're passing these costs on to customers. But there's more. Studies predict continued rate hikes through 2029, totaling a massive 61%. So here's what's coming. In 2026, about a 13.7% rise. 2027, 14.5%. 2028, 11.5%. And 2029, another 11%. Stay prepared and adjust your budget and save water wherever you can.
The real cost and the reason your bill keeps rising is everything around the water. Old infrastructure, labor costs, maintenance, lawsuits, debt, and straight up mismanagement. Now, let's get into the sewer part, because this is where they get you. For most people, the sewer charge on your bill is actually higher than the water usage itself. Why? Because sewer systems are aging. In some cities, pipes are over 100 years old. And instead of replacing them 50 years ago, city leaders kicked the can down the road. Now they're trying to fix decades of neglect on your dime. So when you see those infrastructure improvement fees or environmental compliance surcharges, that's them patching up a broken system with your money. And it's not optional. You can't opt out of flushing your toilet. But wait, it gets worse. They're also charging you based on how much water goes down the drain, whether it's clean or not. So the same water you use to wash your hands or water your plants gets counted towards your sewer bill. You're getting taxed for water coming in and going out, double dipping. People ask online, why is my sewer bill higher than my water usage? Because you're not just paying for what you use, you're paying to cover the city's debt, the cost of EPA compliance, and in some cases lawsuits. Yep, some cities were sued for contaminating local rivers or violating the Clean Water Act. And guess who's footing the bill for those settlements? You. In places like Detroit, Chicago, and parts of California, they're spending hundreds of millions to upgrade sewer systems. Necessary? Yes. Fair to stick all that cost on everybody, on everyday people who already can't afford groceries? Hell no. Let's talk numbers. In 2000, the average water bill in the U.S. was around $22 a month. Today, in 2025, it's pushing $90 to $120 in many cities. That's a 300 to 400% increase in 2 decades. And speaking of the lights, your light bill might have been like $95 or something like that back in the day. Now it's almost $400. And in a lot of places, nothing about the service got better. With the water or the lights, the pipes still break, boil notices still happen, water still tastes like metal. Another reason, privatization. In some cities, water isn't managed by the city at all. It runs by private companies. And guess what they care about? Profit. They're not just maintaining infrastructure, they're trying to please shareholders. So they raise rates every year and call it adjusting for inflation. In reality, they're just padding their margins. And don't forget the stormwater fees. You know, those random charges for impervious surfaces like your driveway or your roof? That's them charging you for rainwater runoff. I'm not joking. You're getting charged for how much it rains where you live.
Y'all, I got to ask y'all something. If they do this in y'all's area with sewer, okay? I don't have sewer yet. It is, when we first bought this house, they were bringing sewer in, messing up the damn yard and stuff, so it's back there. But it cost a couple $1,000s to get hooked to it, so we still have a septic system. I get a bill for over $500 that says I'm late on paying my sewer. I don't have sewer. So I call the water department and tell her exactly what I just said. And she was like, oh, that's an availability charge. Because sewer is available in your area and you're not hooked to it, you get charged still. Excuse me? So what are you going to do if I don't pay it? Cut it off? What? I'm not paying that sewer bill. And has y'all's power bill been so much money that it's not even in grasp to pay it? Oh my God, I'm a month behind, and it is insane how much they want before they cut it off. Are y'all having these issues as well? I think it's everybody, but what about the sewer thing? Do y'all have availability charges in your area, or is this just the Commonwealth of Virginia?
So what can we do about it? First, understand your bill. Read the line items. Compare usage versus sewer charges. Ask your city or utility company where the money's going. They owe you answers. Second, vote in your local elections. City council, water board, utility commissioners. These people decide your rates and your fees and whether your city borrows $200 million to fix sewer lines now or kicks the problem to the next generation. Third, apply for assistance if you qualify. Most cities have low income rate relief programs, but they don't advertise them. You gotta dig for it. And lastly, speak up. Join local water board meetings. Ask questions, demand transparency, because if they're going to keep hiking up your bill, they better be ready to show receipts.
Okay, yesterday I learned that in addition to being charged the water that comes out of your faucet, that's your water charge, you also get charged for any liquids that you pour down your drain, even if it didn't come out of the faucet itself. So that's what a sewage charge apparently is. So like, let's say you have a bunch of like soda bottles, like you've got like a bunch of soda bottles and they're like expired and you're just gonna pour them out. You can't pour them down the drain because you get charged to pour them down your own drain. You have to find like somewhere else to pour them out if you don't want to get charged for that. Am I the only one in the world that didn't know this? Because my fiance told me that yesterday because he was pouring the bottles out elsewhere that we had, and I'm like, well, why don't you just pour them down the sink? Like, why are you doing it like this way? And he's like, well, we get charged if we pour it down the sink. And I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And he was like, no, that's the thing. And I had to look it up, and it is true.
Here's the truth they won't tell you. Water is a human right, not a luxury. But they've turned it into a utility hustle where the poorest people pay the highest percentage of their income just to wash their ass, cook, and flush a toilet. And that is my unapologetic opinion. If your water or sewer bill has been getting out of control lately, drop your CD in the comments. Let's compare notes and rates. Let's expose this mess, because if we don't hold them accountable, they'll keep soaking us with a paper towel, okay? Literally.
Ever since I found out what the hell a sewer bill really is and what factors into it and how much it costs every month, I'm watching how many times I flush the toilet. I'm watching how many times I shower. I'm watching the amount of water that I use. Because why did the lady tell me that basically? For the last I've stayed in this apartment since like January. I got my lease in December, but I didn't officially move all my stuff in until January. So I didn't start, like, my bills didn't really start kicking in and getting used until January. So the first month, it was, let's say my rent is $2,000 base. My first month was $2,000. February 2020. March 2045. April 2070. This past month, 3,000. Am I missing something? Like, what am I missing? So I go and I talk to my apartment, the people downstairs. I call, what's up? Because last month I called because I picked up on the pattern last month. But I'm thinking, like, I already know certain things like a water bill, because that's covered in my rent here too. So certain things like a water bill definitely depends on how much water you use. And this is not my first apartment. My first apartment was my last apartment back in Michigan. We had sewer bills, stuff like that on my bill and stuff like that. But my last apartment, I could definitely, like, my bills every month was in between a set range. Of course, sometimes it's going to fluctuate, but it'll never go up every month. Like, it's not even like here, it goes up every month. At least $20 every month. It's not like, oh, up, down, up, down. It's like, if I put that bitch on a pie chart, on a line graph, the shit would go like this every month. It ain't giving mountains. It's giving skyrocket. It's giving takeoff, plane, gone. So I called. I'm like, yeah, can you explain some of these bills to me? Because there was something on there that said utility reimbursement. It had two of those on there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, am I a little slow or something? Reimbursement means I'm getting money back, right? Or am I wrong? I've never heard of utility reimbursement in my life. Now, usually black people or anybody don't question anything that has to do with a reimbursement, because that means you're getting money back, right? So as I'm looking on my ledger, it's not saying like credited. It's saying like that's going to my balance. And it's not like I paid a utility up in advance and then they're adding it to my balance, my bill every month. That's not what's happening. I know for a fact that's not what's happening. And then I asked her about the sewer bill because I realized that was going up every month. I'm like, can you explain? Because I see water bill, I see sewer. So I never questioned the sewer bill on my last apartment because it was always it was never an alarming amount. Here, it's like something is making my rent go up every, like a couple, $20 at least every month. Something is making it do it. Like something. Don't tell me, oh, it's just how much water you use. I'm here by myself. I don't have any kids, pets, visitors, family, nothing. I stay by myself. By myself. You're telling me I flush the toilet too much. And because she basically said it's really how much water goes down the drain. Okay, like, how am I what the fuck is a sewer supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Is that not your job to take the water? Hello? Is that not what a sewer, like, is that not what a drain is supposed to do? Are you getting charged for what the fuck? That's like paying a fish to swim. Or charging a fish to swim. Excuse me? This is what I'm supposed to do. What are you doing? And then not to mention, because I completely forgot, I was gone. Like when I was here, when I first officially got to Texas, I was here for maybe 2-3 weeks. And then I went back home for like an entire month because I had a cruise. I was gone for a good 2 weeks. A good month. At least. Maybe 2 weeks and some change. Maybe 3 weeks and some change. But it was basically a month. So the fact that, like, and then, like, I'm not gonna lie, I leave, like, I be gone, like, I don't even really be here. I be here, but I don't be here. Like, every month or so, I go back home so I can get my braces together and shit. So it's not like I'm here using that much water. Like, it don't really make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. Why am I paying for a drain to take my water? Like, I could, okay, charge me for how much water I use, cool. But, like, the amount I have to pay for the fact that a drain is taking my water, make it make sense.